Before we begin, guys, if you want to grab our supplements, I truly believe they're the best supplement in the world for men. Everybody who's used them has given me amazing reviews. Sold over 22,000 units now. There's worldwide free shipping. And if you want 10% discount, you subscribe monthly and you'll get 10% off. If you want to watch the shows on our stream platform, the link is below. We've got documentaries and series on there. Really interesting stuff. There's a new documentary coming out very soon called Fatherless Generation. Just putting together the final bits of that. If you want to get our course, these are all the things that I can't really talk about openly on YouTube. You know, things like attracting women, life setup, framing, you know, all the things that Dan Bilzerian did in order to set his life up. I'm doing one very soon, maybe even tonight or tomorrow, on Leonardo DiCaprio and how he does it. I've put a lot of my own stuff in there and whatnot. That's available. You can pay $69.99 or £17 per month for 5 months, so that makes it very easy. And then finally, guys, 1M House. This is revolutionizing the men's industry in general. I think this is the future of members clubs and this industry. If you want to check that out, the link is below. 1mhouse.com is where we've bought houses all around the world where you guys can stay. Access to a pool, communal areas, you know, you've got spa, you've got offices, you've got podcast and meeting room, access to a high-level network, you know, bedrooms where you can stay at these properties. We've gone over and beyond with this idea. So if you want to check that out, it's application only now. We've already got all the members that we required. So application only, submit your application, say why you'd be a good fit for the house, and we'll get back to you within around about a week. So that is £3,000 per year. But guys, revolutionary, it's changing the game. So now into the video that you came here to watch. Okay then, guys, welcome back to another video. I know I said on this channel that I wouldn't talk about, you know, women, attracting women, stuff like that, which I'm not really going to do here, but it is semi going to bridge over. I just think it's tacky content now. I just don't want to be doing that in my 30s, okay? But I have got those sort of videos on my course because it's off channel. I know it helps people and it doesn't have to dent the PR of the brand, so that's what I'm thinking. I've actually come up with a new idea for video content as well, which is more exciting me moving forward. You know these like landmarks in life, like the 4-minute mile, NFL draft, you know, getting under certain times and stuff like that. Like just doing an NFL draft in general. You know, I always said to you guys, I can do the 100 meters in under 11 seconds. Let's see if I still can. Like, let's train for these sort of things. What else? Stuff like, you know, the 78 kilogram dumbbell. They call it, you know, the impossible dumbbell, whatnot. Nobody can, like, very few people can lift it off the ground with one hand. Let's train for it. Because I lift 50s already, right? So I get 50s off the ground in each hand, push them up off the bench. It's easy. I imagine 60 is going to feel pretty easy because 50 feels like a toy. I'm not that far away if I just train for it. So I just almost want to do all these little challenges. Like, can I take you through the training? Almost like, you know, another one could be like getting a hole in one on a par 3. Like, I only started golfing 2 weeks ago for the first time ever. So, do you know what I mean? Like, start going through it all. I think it could be quite fun. Just to show you guys that anything is possible, you know, if you work towards it. And it just feels fun to me, like, to be taking on these challenges now. It keeps things interesting. It keeps YouTube going. So, I'm very tempted to do that. But for this video, I want to advise you guys against the kind of, you know, the red pill community. And people always ask me, are you red pill? And I was like, look, I'm a bit old to give myself labels like that. I'm not some red pill, blue pill, black pill. Like, it doesn't really interest me. I'm just a guy who talks about certain things. And some of my views happen to overlap with certain things. Maybe red pill or something like that. I just don't really care about that stuff. Like pill, like, come on, let's all grow up. But the red pill content that is out there is... It's starting to go too far. I'm, you know, I can't help everybody, but I can help my audience and at least the guys that watch this. Most of these guys are full of shit. They're fake. The reason I know it is because they say all the wrong things, and I just know it's not working. You know, based on their behaviors, the way they act. Like they'll say certain things, but they don't do certain things. Like, I can see straight through it because I used to make those same mistakes, and I can see them still doing them. So I'm like, you're obviously not on that level. But one thing that is really, really harming modern men, and modern men need to seriously get out of this pattern, is kind of the handcuffing of women. You know, almost seeing every woman as like, you know, like if she goes to the club, she's a slag. It's getting really bad. Like I'm seeing so many videos on social media where, you know, there's street interviews where they're interviewing women and they're like, are you single? No. And they're like, well, where's your boyfriend? Oh, he's back home. And the guy's like, you're out and he's like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I've never understood what's the problem there. Like, every girlfriend I've ever had, I'm like, go and enjoy yourself. Like, go and have fun. Like, you're out somewhere. Like, enjoy it. Do you want to come out and meet us? I'm like, no, it's girls' night. Like, enjoy yourself. Like, I don't want to be out, you know, I don't want to ruin it. Or like they go on holiday and I'm like, just don't message me for a week. You know, just enjoy yourself. Don't worry about messaging me. I've always had that attitude ever since I was like 16, 17. Like, I don't know what it was, whether it was my dad's or other people. Like, it's never bothered me. I've never seen it as an issue. And here's the thing. Guys will go, oh, that's beta. That's cuck behavior. That's what... Like, there's only one way to say this. That type of behavior gets women. And the last thing in the world that women want is a possessive, controlling man. Do you know why it comes across as needy and insecure? And all these guys on these podcasts that are teaching you, like, your woman should never go outside. She should be a virgin who has never been outside, who doesn't even look at another guy. Like, why are you going to the club if you're in a relationship? Like, all of that doesn't get you any women. You know, that kind of attitude is the most off-putting thing for women you could ever imagine. And it's kind of, do you know what I mean? It's kind of funny because you got these guys telling you this piece of advice, but if they're living that way and they're needy and they're just like, I don't want you going out. I don't like, women aren't going to gravitate towards those guys anyway. They're going to distance themselves. And this is the thing. This isn't like a pickup video. I'm not trying to like help you guys to get more women and stuff like that. I'm just trying to make sure you guys don't completely rule yourself out and you don't do the complete wrong thing. Because I'm telling you guys right now, that is the complete wrong thing to do. Like, my attitude is, it doesn't matter. Like, if I'm dating somebody, I'm just kind of like, we're dating, we're not together, right? Like, you could have been sleeping with someone else and then you met me. You're still sleeping with that guy, but you're dating me. I don't see the problem there. Like, so many guys are like, she should be with you, she should be loyal. She's got no reason to be loyal yet. Like, it takes women time to like a guy. Like, I don't, you know, like, I assume every beautiful woman that I go on a first date with is currently sleeping with another guy, and technically he's the one being cheated on. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just like, I don't know where that attitude has come from. I think we're breeding a very insecure generation of men that, you know, I was talking to one of my friends recently about a girl I was dating, and he was like, where is she at the moment? And I was like, oh, she's flying off. Can you guys hear that? Somebody's putting about 10,000 bottles in the fucking skip over and over. It's getting on my nerves. She was going to Dubai. What are you doing, man? Yeah, she was going to Dubai, and one of my friends was like, "Ooh, Dubai, ooh." I was like, "It's fine." Like, I even said, I was like, "Just don't message me when you're there. Like, enjoy yourself, have fun with your friends. Like, I don't. Like, what do you want to do? Like, be sat there messaging me, making sure you check in like, fucking just go and do your thing. Do you know what I mean? Enjoy yourself." That kind of attitude is highly attractive, and you're less likely to get cheated on. She's more likely to want you more. She's, you know, less likely to do something when she's out there, but like, she's not your woman. Do you know what I mean? You don't own her in the early days. Now, if you're in a relationship, it's different, but still you don't own her. And if I was with a woman for 4 or 5 years and she said, I just cheated on you. I was somewhere on holiday with the girls and I cheated on you. Sorry. I'd be like, all right, like, cool, thanks for telling me, but like, obviously it's over. Good luck with everything. I don't know why guys like think, I think it's an ego thing. I don't know. Like, you can't do that to me. Why would you do that? You slut. Like, it doesn't really matter, does it? It's already done. She did it. Was she thinking of you at the time? Probably not. Like, this other guy, like, who cares? Do you know the biggest problem in this era? I don't know why, but men think that no other guy is attractive. Like, I could be in a relationship with a woman for 10 years, walk down the street and see 20, 30 women that I'd want to sleep with. Why do you think it's not the same? I think you just need to change your impression of women being like angels, and it's not that they're sluts either. There is a happy middle ground. You can't. We've got this extreme mentality in the modern era where it's just like you're either a slut or you're a virgin. It's like no, there's this whole blurry middle ground where like it's just called human life, and I just find it so weird. It's just like you can't look at another guy. You can't even talk to another guy. Like, why are you talking to other guys if you're with me? It's just, it screams like I'm super insecure. I'm worried. I'm concerned. And that just pushes everybody away. And that is what the red pill community is actually promoting. And it's going too far, and it's actually destroying a lot of your lives. Because, right, if you think I'm wrong right now and you think I'm being some like beta cuck, as people say, what results are you getting? Because I'm not going to speak about my own life, but it's very good. Like the guys who are signed up to 1M House will see that when we're out in the first location and whatever. They'll see. We'll all go out for food and stuff like that, and they'll see. Right. A lot of you other guys, like I probably no way for me to show you because I'm never going to vlog it. I'm never going to. Do you know what I mean? I'm just not really that type of guy. But what sort of results are you getting? Because I've been told about some of these like red pill podcaster guys that they're useless with women. Like, they're actually really struggling. Like, in my opinion, the easiest giveaway is if a guy is angry and he's making videos where he's like, do you know the problem with women? He's probably not getting any women. Do you know I know that? Because that used to be me when I was younger. Whereas now I'm like, nah, she's allowed to do whatever she wants. Like, I'd feel the same. If I was in a relationship for like 5 years and another woman came along and I found her really attractive and I slept with her, and then I went up to my girl and was like, sorry, I cheated on you. Like, this girl she was so attractive. Like, she did all the right things and I just really liked her. If she was like, I hate you, I'm leaving you, I'd be like, fair enough. Do you know what I mean? That's a fair point. But this other girl was more attractive. Like, she just did something to me. She just convinced me. If that was in reverse, I don't think I'd be offended, because I know there's guys out there that are attractive guys that know what they're doing, that, you know, you could be married to a woman and she's still like, if I was single, I would definitely sleep with that guy. She wouldn't say it to you, but she's probably thinking it. That's normal. Like, you have to learn to accept that. Like, you have to learn to accept that your girl probably also wants to sleep with other guys, but just chooses not to because she's either in love with you or she just, you know, she just doesn't want to confuse shit. Like, she's happy just being with you, and she's like, this guy's cool. Like, I don't need it. Like, I definitely would sleep with that guy. Like, I've approached women when I've been out, and they've been like, look, if I was single, I'd take you home right now. And they're like, but look, I've got a long-term boyfriend and whatever. And you're just like, yeah, all right, cool. Like, here's my Instagram. Like, memorize it. If you two break up, like, I'm easy to find. I don't know why guys in the modern era are stressing so much, because like I said, I'm seeing so many videos where it's like, if your girl's out, you know, in a club, she's there for one reason. It's not true. Like, it's so dumb. Like, what, like, that's not true at all. Like, I've been in a relationship and I've gone out and I'm not looking for women. I've just gone out because I want to just be out, listen to music, sit with my friends. Like, me and my business partner, like, he's getting married, and, you know, he's on like a completely different vibe because he's going to get married. Like, he's not looking for women, right? So when I'm with him, I'm not really looking for women either. Like, if an opportunity comes along, great, whatnot. But we'll go out when we're in like certain places, viewing houses, traveling, whatever we're doing, and we'll just go out, sit at a restaurant, mind our own business and have a chat. And do you know what I mean? Like, I could be out at a club with that guy and I wouldn't be looking for women either. We'd probably just be out having a good time, just having a couple drinks, whatever, talking business, just laughing and joking. You tend to get loads of women gravitating to you when you give off that energy and whatever. But like, I just don't, like, why would it not be the same for women? Like, I know so many women that go out in groups and they're not looking for men. They're just literally going out to hang out with girls, have a laugh and a joke. Like, women like to have fun. I'm really confused. I'm really confused at like how insecure modern men are. And it's only getting worse because that narrative is being fed by the red pill bubble. So the next time you see a podcast or a video where a guy is like interviewing a woman, he's just like, so, you know, you're in a relationship and you still go out. Do you find other guys attractive? And she's like, yeah, of course. And they're like, that's hoe shit. That's hoe shit. And they're pressing buzzers and like, there's little gimmicks and whatnot. So please switch it off because it is not doing you any favors. I know it's fun to watch and it's fun to like gang up and be like, yeah, they're all hoes. They're all. Anger isn't the answer. I promise you, I've been there and I've been where I am now. Anger isn't the answer. I just like there's certain. Like, I tell you what, the early days of The Weeknd, the artist, The Weeknd, the trilogy, if you haven't listened to it, listen to the whole album. There's certain things he says, certain songs, like there was one, obviously I can't say the M-words, but he's like, you're looking at my M-words, you can have him too. He was like, baby, I ain't cuffing. Girl, I thought you knew, or something like that. I grew up with that kind of music, and I don't know why, but I've got the same mentality. Whereas, like, if I was dating a girl, if I'd gone on like 4 or 5 dates, we slept together, whatever, and I brought her around my friends, and she was just like obsessed with one of my friends, and she was like, he's the most handsome guy ever, like I really like him, and I'd be like, have him. Like I've always had that mentality, and it doesn't really bother me. Or I'd be like, yeah, he's fucking handsome guy. Do you know what I mean? Like, spend the night with him. I'll go home. Like, I don't care. It's never. I wouldn't have her back after that. Like, okay, let's get that straight. I'd be like, right, you're gone. Like, you're his now. Whatever. Like, I don't care. But that's always been my mentality ever since I was young, and like, not to brag, and I won't go into detail, but it works. Like, people, like, women realize that you're quite calm, and you're like, that gives off masculine energy. But these red pill podcasts that are like, you got to handcuff your woman, you got to keep her in the house, you got to put a veil on her so nobody can ever look at her. That just scares women away. Like, you might get lucky, you might find like the one Middle Eastern virgin, but even she doesn't want to be trapped. Do you know what I mean? Even she wants you to give off that masculine energy and be like, go and enjoy yourself, like, have fun. Like, but that, you know, I think it's almost like some wishy-washy, there's this perfect woman out there. It's like, how many guys have got that woman, though? How many of you have met that woman? The majority of women just want to go out, enjoy themselves, have fun, see an attractive guy, they hope he comes over, and it turns out to be a dick. All he's doing is talking about himself, and she's like, oh, you've turned me off by, like, that's normal behavior. Then she talks to a guy who says all the right things, does all the right things. They find each other attractive. She goes home with him after, like, I don't know, the 4th date. She sleeps with him. You then meet that girl 6 months later. You interest her as well. You start sleeping together. What's wrong with that? Like, you're going to sit there and be like, no, she slept with a guy 6 months ago. It's terrible. This girl's a slag. Like, I can't. I know guys like this. They really struggle. Like, they're with a woman, and they seriously struggle with the thought of, like, she's been with other guys. Like, that's feminine behavior. That's like all that red pill stuff is feminine behavior. Like, every woman that I've ever been with or got, like, dated for a while, they don't want me to go on boys' night. When I'm out, they're calling me. You know, they're dressing up in lingerie trying to stop you going out. You look at another woman and they're like, they'll bring it up later on. Like, this is all female stuff. You don't need to be doing that. You know, that's feminine behavior. Like, as a man, you just need to be like, yeah, go out, enjoy yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like, if put it this way, it's a two-way thing. Like, people say, oh, double standards. It has to be. You just have to get over it. Like, girls that my first ever girlfriend, she would decide when we had sex. It used to annoy me. Now I'm older, I'm like, oh, yeah, cool. Like, it's just, that's feminine, masculine energy. It's completely different. Like, it's one or the other. And I'll give you an example. If you were walking down the street and you were like, damn, she is hot, your girl might slap you. If you were walking down the street with your woman and she was like, my God, that's an attractive man, you've only got one approach. You just need to go, yeah, it is. That's a handsome guy. Fair play. It's your only approach. Because if you go, excuse me, what are you talking about? Like, she really wants that guy now. So that's what I'm saying, is there's two different dynamics. That's the masculine and that's the feminine. And by giving this, like, insecure energy that guys are doing, you're actually pushing women away constantly. And that is why you're actually getting negative results. That's why you're getting more and more angry. And that is why you're constant. That is why a lot of these, like, red pill podcast anti-women channels, that's why they've got millions of followers, because there's a lot of guys who have no idea what they're doing, who are just messing up constantly with women. They're doing all the wrong things. And then they're like, you should stay in, you should. And then their woman's cheating on them. And they're like, women are terrible. And it's like, No, technically it's your fault because you're actually pushing them to do that. You're actually forcing the woman to a guy like myself who is indifferent, who just doesn't really care. You know, and even like I really don't care up to the point of relationship, and then I still don't care that much because, like I said, my mum, my sister, like when my dad left at 14, I kind of grew up around them, and I saw like female behavior, and they'd always say things like, "You don't own the woman, you don't." So I don't know whether it was that or what, or music, or I'm not sure. But I've never really cared, and I think like my dad was a masculine guy, but he was quite possessive, and I always wanted to be the opposite and just be like, "Hey, you go and do you, like it's fine, like I don't care." Women find it super attractive. Like for you guys that are sat there right now going, "Oh, I'm not going to do that. My woman's not going to the club." Cool. Like you go and do that and see what happens. You go and see what results you get, because if you start thinking more like me and you change your brain and you get more relaxed, like I promise you the results will be 100x, and it won't be something you have to put effort into. But look, I don't want to make this like an attracting woman video. I just want to steer you guys clear of where you're currently going, because that is the ultimate beta behavior, to be like, I don't even like using those terms, but it is the ultimate like low level behavior for a man, because it just screams insecurity. Where are you going? Who is he? Like I could be a woman right now. Imagine me with long hair, right, and no beard. That would be, that is what a woman would do. So who is she? So where were you tonight? Like that's how you're all sounding now, because of this content. You're all sounding like females, and it's embarrassing, and it's pushing women away. And then you're giving off an energy that doesn't attract new women. And then you're getting angry at women because you're not getting results, and they're cheating on you with guys that understand all this. And it's just putting you in a shitty situation. It's bringing you stress you don't need. Like, because I don't really care, I'm more focused on my business. I'm more focused on what we're doing with 1M House right now. Every woman I meet, I'm literally met somebody about an hour ago when I went for a coffee. Just having a quick chat and whatever. And I was just like, look, I'm moving to, I know you told you the location. I'm moving to somewhere for like 3 months over summer. So this is like kind of pointless. I was like, but that's attractive behavior. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't care, it's actually attractive behavior. If I got back in like September and I met her and she said, "Oh, I've been seeing someone else, we've been sleeping together, it's getting really serious," I'd have been like, fair enough. Like, even if I was away and we were messaging and she was like, "I've actually met somebody while you've been away, I really like him, it makes more sense because he's here," I'd be like, yeah, do you. Like, I don't see an issue with that. And that is attractive behavior. Like, when I come back in about September, I know for a fact that woman would be really attracted to me. Do you know what I mean? And you have to get your head around, guys, and you have to be like, she's been sleeping with another guy for 3 months. So be it. Like, but now I'm back. She finds me way more attractive. She now wants to sleep with me. I don't think it's a problem. So many guys think it's a problem. They're like, that girl's a hoe. It's not true. That's not true. If she's always got one guy, like every 6 months that she's sleeping with, so she's got one penis every 6 months, like everyone needs pleasure, everyone needs sex, everyone needs it, whatever. She's got one guy every 6 months. I just don't really see it as an issue. I'm not sure where all the stress is coming from. I don't know. And what's your alternative? Like, you're just going to be lonely, you're going to be angry, you're going to be watching red pill content with other losers, and you're just going to be watching these podcasts, like, thumping the table, being like, "Listen here, you've really disrespected," like, who cares? Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, you find that other guy more attractive than me. Yeah, great. It doesn't affect me. Like, what am I going to do? Get jealous over some guy that I don't know? Like, enjoy yourselves, "Oh, we've been talking, but my ex is back on the scene, and we've got, I want to revisit it and see how things are gonna go." Yeah, go ahead. I actually hope it works out. You two obviously like each other. Like, you go and do you. Like, that is such a better energy than, "Oh, fuck you. How could you do me like that?" Like this. It's never gonna get you anywhere. It's stressing you out. It shows that you care too much. It is the ultimate low-level behavior, but some reason this is what's being promoted now. You can't go to the club. Don't you dare look at other guys. Why are you wearing a short skirt? Like, what? Like, just it's none of your business. Once you get that mentality, the whole world opens up to you and you start to become really attractive and you start giving off an energy and an aura that gets you 100 times better results. And one thing that you guys need to get around your heads as well is like, not every girl is your wife. So every girl that you meet, it's not like, where were you tonight? What were you doing? I thought that we were seeing each other and no, like, she's not your wife. Doesn't matter. Like you're in a position where you're the guy who's currently sleeping with her. Some other guy should be the guy that's like doing that. Where are you? I thought we were in a, like, you're the guy who's just sleeping with her because you're giving off that great energy, because you're becoming more and more attractive to women all the time. The best one's going to come along. Like, you're dating 20, you're sleeping with 5, like, the best one is going to show themselves. Like, the cream of the crop rise to the top. At some point, you're going to meet one and you're going to go, she's the best one out of the lot. Like, she's actually proved something to me. She then asks you, like, are we going to be serious? Are we going to be together? And you're like, yeah, fine, I'll cut everyone else off. Like, that's, I just don't understand why people are so stressed about it. It's really, really weird. But these podcasts and this, I keep seeing it on, I'm not on TikTok, but I keep seeing it on Instagram Shorts. And I was on TikTok for like a week to do the 1M House stuff. And those videos kept popping up. Street interviews. It's weird behavior, guys. It's needy. It's just not, it's not congruent with masculine behavior. Like, you need to switch it off immediately. Stop watching that content. Become very carefree. Just remember that line that I gave you from the weekend. Which is like, it's not aggressive. Like, it's not aggressive like, fuck all these hoes. Like, not that. It's not that. Like, that is entirely different to, you can go and do whatever you want to do. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. Like, we'll meet up at some point. Like, there's no stress. Like, cool, you're sleeping with a guy currently, but you find me attractive. Like, cool. Like, that is completely different to fuck all these bits. Like, you can't have that. Because, like I said, they're not your wife. They're not your girlfriend. They're not, like, stop going into every interaction with a woman and being like, okay, intense. We're going to settle down. We're going to have kids. Like, that's feminine behavior. You need to go into each interaction with a woman and just be like, this could be fun. This could be fun, but it doesn't change my life. Like, she's not the one. It doesn't, like, this could be fun. This could end up with sex. Like, this could end up in a few dinners. Like, I enjoy that shit. Like, I could go on holiday in 6 months' time. She comes and joins me, and, like, that's a cool trip. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just too intense. It's too much. Like, you're doing feminine shit, and it's getting driven. It's getting promoted by this red pill stuff, by these podcasts. Like, you don't need it, guys. I promise you. And if you don't believe me, if you think that's low-level behavior, cucky behavior and whatnot, try it. See what results you get. Because I promise you, it's embarrassing. When you're the guy on this side of the fence, and you guys are the ones, you know, these red pill podcast guys and whatever. And I can't go into detail, but I've got stories about these guys. Like, some of the most famous guys in this industry, I've been with women while they're in their DMs. I won't go into detail, but I've had these situations. When you're on the other side of the fence, it's just comical because they're like, well, where the hell are you? Like, can I call you tonight? You said that you can't do that. Like, every woman's going to cancel on you last minute. They're all good. Like, it's just tests. You just need to be like, cool, whatever. Like, I expected it. Like, you got to expect it all the time. Just be like, yeah, fine. It's not, oh, why are you cancelling? Is there another guy? Like, you've already just ruined it, man. Like, I keep seeing this all the time. It's the most feminine shit I've ever seen in my life. And then you hear it promoted on these podcasts. They get 1 million views and all the guys are in the comments like, yeah, man, I wouldn't stand for this shit. These women are like, it's just losers congregating together because none of them are getting any women. And then the guys that are actually getting women are just like, like laughing. Like, literally laughing at these guys and being like, yeah, good luck, whatever. I hope this video has helped, guys. I'll catch you all soon.